Hello friends, this is Jimmy Singh, broker, owner of Supermax Realty, 647-961-2639, or you can reach me via my YouTube channel, Real Estate Edge with Jimmy Singh. Friends, in today's short video, I would like to discuss a question asked by one of my audience. So he asked me, Jimmy, how do you qualify a tenant? And, if the tenant is not that qualified, what are the things you look, for guarantor? And how does these things work? So first thing is, in tenancy, yes, I do ask for guarantors sometimes. So it can be any relationship to the tenant. It can be the family member. It can be the friend. It can be colleague. And it has to be 18-year older. And for me, asking for guarantor is like asking for an insurance policy for my landlord, because at the end of the day, I have my own property management real estate brokerage. So when clients hire us, so if we see any risk, and to mitigate the risk, we ask all these extra, insurance assurances from the tenant. So what happens is, in case of guarantor, if the tenant default on the rent payment, guarantor pays for it. He is responsible for it, and guarantor also is responsible to cover all the cost, expenses, damages, loss if you take them to court, or if something happens to the property. So we at Supermax Realty suggest our clients, who are renting their houses in Greater Toronto Area, Golden Horseshoe, London, to ask in case tenants have low credit score and their income is not very strong, or if they have a student, if they are students, we ask for their parents to be a guarantor for them. So technically, a guarantor role is to meet all the obligations as per the lease. And at the end of the day, I ask anybody who's signing for person to be a guarantor, if it's not a family member, to seek a legal independent counsel before you enter, these kind of agreements. And the good part about guarantor is it is a kind of second contact. And if as a landlord you have hard time reaching tenants and you have certain issues, so you can always contact the guarantor because you have their information. And in certain cases, we ask for guarantors in tenancy agreements. It can be more than one guarantor as well. It is less in residential, but we see more in commercial leasing as well. So you can ask the guarantor about their employment history. You can check their credit, report for any bankruptcy, any court orders, liens. You can verify their previous addresses, their debts. And we make sure, in the lease, tenants, guarantor always witness all the clauses or the lease. And we try to incorporate guarantors in our lease agreements. And at the end of the day, we want to make clear communication and guarantor informed of any issues, via written notices or emails. So if something happen and we have to go to the court, guarantor, is aware of those things. And for reference follow-ups, what I tell is, when we ask a tenant about references, so they can give their friend's number, colleagues, boss. So we want to make sure the person we are renting the property can be trusted. So how do we do that? First thing is, if it's a friend referral, we know friends mostly can't be objective, but still we ask them, how do you know this person? And is this person honest, can be trusted? And at the end of the conversation, we get a feel that we can count on that person, who is giving, who's vouching or giving reference for the person, right? Or we can call former landlord for the tenant, and we ask the questions: did they pay you rent on time? And did they look after your property, with all the care? And why did they leave, the property? So asking these questions give you very clear idea. And then we ask, would you rent to these tenants again? A tip to tip to my landlord is, yes, you can call the existing former landlord, but you should ask a landlord prior to that, because what happens, sometimes people want to get rid of the tenants which are not helping their cause, so they might lie, and they might give false references. So ask a landlord prior to that, because that person has nothing at stake and nothing to lose, and he'll be more transparent. So the only thing is, guys, ask questions, and just hear for response, and you will get a good idea. Same time, if you're renting to students, talk to their parents, ask about the kids, and it will give you also idea how prudent they are. And if you call an employer to verify, ask about their salary, how much they make, are they full time, part time, temporary, permanent, and how long they've been working in companies. Because what happens, sometimes you have to call HRN, HR, human resource department. They might not delve more into it, they might not give you more information. But what you can do is, you can also search company, you can do a Google search to make sure is the company legit. Because I have come across sometime applications where they have fake job letters. So that is another tool you can do. And obviously you can go to their social media profile of a tenant to verify certain information, or LinkedIn and all. So those are also another tools. And if you're looking for a self-employed tenant, you always ask self-employed tenant about their IDs. If they don't have much income to show for the year, you can ask about previous year notice of assessment, where you can see their expenses, take home net income after all the expenses. And at the end of the day, you can always ask bank statement. And obviously if you're not satisfied, you can ask for a guarantor at the end. So that is very, very critical. So guys, all these due diligence things, they are not written in stone. Just make sure we don't discriminate against anybody, but at the same time you have all the tools, you need all the tools to help yourself not getting ripped off by some tenants. And at the end of the day, guys, if you have any property you're looking to rent anywhere in Greater Toronto area, Golden Horseshoe, Hamilton, Kitchener, London, give Team Supermax a call. You can reach me at 647-961-2639. If you like my video, give it a thumbs up, or if you have any questions regarding tenancy, guarantors, you can leave a comment on my YouTube channel, Real Estate Edge with Jimmy Singh. Thanks for watching. Have a blessed day.